Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today I have for you 2 finished objects and 2 objects I'm probably going to frog. Oh no! And I've also got 1 work in progress for you. And lots of plans. My first finished object is my cardigan. This is the Bohemian Cardigan and I'm calling it finished even though, as you can see, I still have to weave in some of the ends. Let's smooth over this. So I've recorded myself twirling around for you and I will insert this bit right here.
I can't let you go, baby. I just want to tell you that. No. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No. Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't.
I've been following the pattern by Miglo or Miglo. I've bought the pattern on Etsy and it comes with lots of photo tutorials and also a very good chart. However, the written instructions are for the bin. But you've got plenty of instructions to actually crochet your cardigan and it's not a big science. The changes which I've made is right here at the sleeves. You are supposed to, or you have here, I'm showing you the inside. This was actually a square. And then since it is very big, it came like over here and then down here as well, and it was just huge and didn't have any purpose. So what I did was, because I was joining my squares with single crochet on the wrong side, I folded this over So I folded this over and I attached it here at the seam line where I had attached my square on one half. And that was rather nifty because now I've got a very nice, even though still very big, sleeve. And it's just the right length for my arms. I've also added right here in front a little 4-eye cord in crochet. So this 4-eye cord here is very good for tying my cardigan in the front. And these are the only 2 adjustments I've made to the pattern itself. I'm very happy with it, and as I said, I still have to weave in the ends. But I still consider this finished. Same goes for my finished object number 2, which is the Battenberg blanket. Yes. This is part of a 2-year running make-along run by Mariette and by Leani. However, I've started it in January and I've finished it in January already, so I might have to do another blanket, Battenberg blanket. I do have to admit though that I changed the rules. I've changed my pattern there. I was holding 3 strands of yarn together, so my squares aren't 5 centimeters or whatever the size would be per pattern. My squares are 10 times 10 centimeters big, and therefore my blanket grew in size very quickly. In the end, I had that much left of my main color yarn. I was actually afraid to run out of my main color, and I wasn't going to order more. So I've got a little bit left of 1 full skein and a bit of a second one. This is Drops Alaska in the colorway Fog. And let me show you the blanket. It's huge, it's heavy, it doesn't need any blocking because the texture or the weight of the yarn already gives it almost like a blocking itself. And since I was afraid to run out of yarn, and I think that in the original pattern you have a bit like a playful border, I preferred much simpler border just for the optics in my household. So I've just added a crab stitch border, which is a single crochet in reverse direction, US terms. If you are UK terms user, then it's a double crochet in the opposite direction. The hand movements are a little bit unusual at first, but this is a very quick and efficient border, and I've used it quite often in my projects already. I really like it. It's very simple, but as I said, also quite effective. So this is my Battenberg blanket finished. Lots of different bits and bobs and ends and colors. I've used up a lot of my leftover yarns, 4-ply fingering weight yarn held together, and then my main color very happy with this project. I highly recommend not only the pattern, but I would also like to encourage you to go and join this group. It's a chat group on Instagram, and you should have access by sending a direct message to either Liani or Mariette, and then they will let you in. And this is a 2-year make along, so there's still plenty of time to join and still plenty of time to make your blanket or to finish your blanket if you've already started. And I've started I've started weaving in the ends here, but I'm nowhere near finished. So this is the weaving in ends doesn't count. So these are my 2 finished objects. Now I'm going to show you my own crochet along. I talked about this in my last video. This is the Battenberg crochet cal. The cal is about taking one of the paintings you like or art pieces, and then you turn this into a crochet project. So I've chosen this one here. I'm not counting it as finished yet because I've made this in a modular style. So I've made one stripe here, then another stripe, actually I worked from the bottom up, here, then here, and then I joined it all. And as you can see, the joining is rather not so neat. I mean, I've done my best. Here's the back, so you see here where I've been joining, but joining into the side of half double crochets never looks so nice because there are 3 stitches in the side of 2 half double crochets to equal the height of half double crochet rows, and this always looks untidy, at least to me. So I'm thinking about adding some surface crochet lines over here, maybe writing Paul Klee down here. I'm not sure. Also, compared to the original, and I've only noticed this morning, spot the mistake. Yeah, right here. This should be facing the other way around. But if I wouldn't have shown you this one, would you even care? So this is staying as it is. I'm not going to take it apart again, but I think I will try and see how surface crochet looks like. And surface crochet is just like you hold the strand of yarn behind your work, then you put your hook through, pull up a loop. Don't pull up too much, just like the width of or the height of 1 stitch, and then you go into the next stitch where you want to work over and pull up the next loop, and so you make a surface seam, like a line of stitches on top of your work. I have a sad news of 2 projects not being finished ever. This one here is the first. This is my Eton Waist cardigan. Even though I've finished it, apart from weaving in the ends, it's so massive around the bust area. I don't think I will be able to repair this because the fabric is quite open. This is another thing which I don't like. You can actually see through and you see what I wear underneath. And even though I'm planning to wear this with a white blouse, I'm not sure how to repair this. I will show you close up what I mean. And then maybe if you have a suggestion how to gather maybe the fabric, or I don't know how to fix this, then please send me a message. So this is the Eton Waist. The ladies' Eton Waist. It fits me well down here. And then it suddenly grows very much in size. And I don't even mind the front here. That's fine. But here, on the side of the boobs, it's just too roomy. So what do? This is the kind of pattern. And how can I gather this? I mean, it will be obvious. Or how is it possible to cut something like this, take out some fabric? Or should I just make like a breast dart, but then you can see it? So suggestions welcome. Also, this is actually, oh, where's my finger? There. This is actually a finished object. I've bought the straw hat, which is a boater hat from Venice. It came with a black acrylic ribbon, and I've bought a proper, really nice jacquard ribbon from Kafka. Attached the new ribbon, and I've added a little brooch which I got. Let me show it to you. So this is the hat. This is the head. I hope it will focus. And I've attached a little brooch here. So this will be part of my Edwardian photo session, which I'm still planning with Tiffany. This is a collaboration with Tiffany, who is Stitching Addiction. She's based in Texas in the US. Go figure. We all have the same kind of passions all around the world. So this is the one project which I might frog, unless you are up to give me some advice and some help. The other one is here in my box from Das Mondschaf, which was my advent calendar this year, or last Christmas. And it's full of lovely, lovely colored yarn, which was called Pegasus. The project I'm talking about is this cowl. It's lovely. It has a lovely drape. The pattern is Droplets by Sidsel Sangild. And even though I really like it, I'm also kind of over it already. So what I will do next, there will be some ice skating on later today on TV. So while the ice skating will be on, I will just frog this back. I will attach it back to the yarn balls, and I will use this yarn for a different project. So have a last look at it. This is going to get a revival sometime. So these are my current projects which I'm working on, of which I've worked on, which I'm wearing, which I'm frogging. Then there is a project which I'm planning. It's in this little bag here, which is a present by my mother. She made this out of African wax cotton. And she's on a roll with making project bags. I really like this one. So I've bought the pattern. This is a knitting project. and probably all knitters have made at least one. It's the ranunculus. I was told that it's a very easy pattern, and since I am a beginner knitter, even though I've still knitted, I've knitted a lot. Like, it's not like I'm holding needles for the first time in my hand. I've knitted socks, and I've knitted 3 shawls, and I've knitted, but it's not my thing. But I'm not giving up. I want to learn it to enjoy it. So I will need a 6mm hook, and I've ordered one, forgetting that I already own a pair. So this is the pair which I already owned. I have no idea. It's probably Knit Pro. It's wooden with a, I would guess it's a 80 centimeters cable, something like that. So I've put it in here, but since I had forgotten that I own 6mm knitting needles, did I say hook? Knitting needles. I've bought a new pair of, oh, this is reflecting. This is Knit Pro Zing in 6mm and 120 centimeters cable. So I think I will use these. Because I think I will enjoy the tip more. And the plan is to use some cheap acrylic yarn which I already own. Why is it actually acrylic? Some cheap yarn which I already own. I bought it at Zeeman, which is a Dutch company, like a cheap shop where you can get household items, but also reasonably priced yarn. And this is hot pink. I've shown it before, I think. I will show to you if I ever cast this ranunculus sweater on and if it gives me joy. So these are my plans. It's living in this little bag at the moment. Just the idea lives in this bag. And I would like to show you some incoming. First of all, these are some head pins for my boater head right there. I've got this from Helena Blaue Rose. She is sewing historical garments and is also selling historical jewelry. These are not original antique jewelry items, but rather, well, they look similar like the original ones. I've bought these 2 head pins so that I can fix the head to my wig, which I've tried on, as you know. The only worry I have is that the needle here might be too flexible to be poked securely through my head instead of my head. So we will see if this actually fixes anything to my wig. We will see, but it's certainly very pretty. Yeah, so these are head pins. Now something which might interest you more, unless you are into historical garments as well. I've bought some yarn. I've bought some yarn from Das Mondschaf and also another project bag, because this is ice dyed. It's so pretty. And this is canvas. It's lined with some modern gray color fabric, and really nothing too fancy. It's just that I fell in love with the optics of ice-dyed fabric. And I imagine that it's easily possible to recreate such dyeing. I might try this at some stage, maybe next summer. So I've bought this bag, and I've also got some yarn, rustling. So I've got 2 skeins of yarn in this color. This is 75% blue-faced Leicester and 25% Mesham, 400 meters per 100 grams. Recommended hook size or needle size is 3 to 3.5 millimeter. Das Mondschaf is an indie dyer based in Germany, and I love the color. And this is it's 100% wool, but it's really very, very soft. I don't know if it's the Mesham or blue-faced Leicester. Actually, I'm curious too. This is sheepy, but not too much. I will look up how the animals, the sheep, actually look like. So I will put the blue-faced Leicester up here first, and then I will put up the Mesham. I wonder if I could visit the shop sometime. So 2 skeins of yarn in this color and 2 skeins of this color. Do you see a theme? I would call this color saffron. Saffron, a mix between yellow and green. Or maybe it's mustard. Faye, is this mustard? So yes. The base is the same. It's called Aquila, and the colorway, it actually doesn't say any colorway. But have a look on her website. She also has some, I mean, if you look at her website, don't look at her website, otherwise you're going to spend money. So beautiful. And I'm sure I will be able to turn this into something. I don't even know how much yarn do you need for a ranunculus. Claudia, first make one, then see what else you can do with it. But I can imagine doing something like a ranunculus with this. So last but not least, some incoming jewelry. This is not sponsored. This is just something I really like. Have you heard about or of spoon jewelry? Did I show you last time? My bracelet here. This is made from old spoons, and it has a magnetic closure there. So these are 2 spoons. These are 2 spoons bent and made into a nice bracelet. You get these also made with forks. When the teeth of the fork really looks like swirls, and really interesting. I always was fascinated with this kind of jewelry. It's not fancy jewelry, and I mean, this one here cost me something like between 30 and 40 euros, but it's so nice. I really like it. I'm wearing it day and night. I'm not even taking it off during the night. And the design is roses. It really has the look of Belle Epoque jewelry to me. And you also get rings, like this one here. I've got this one, which is, again, I think these are little roses or anemone. Anemone? Do you call them anemone? I don't know. It's very tricky to show you with the focus. I hope you can see these flowers. I really like it. I just bought it too big, so it only fits on the middle finger. And then I've got two more. They're also a little bit big, but I can actually squeeze them a little and then they fit better. As I said, they are not like, they are silver, but they are not really expensive jewelry. So this one here, focus. So this one here, it's really nice, and the flower continues on the side. This is one, this is a lily. So really like belly pock kind of interest, isn't it? And another one, which is rather heavy. And this is also a rose. There you go. This is also a rose. And it has some ribbons going alongside and going down here. Can you see? So I like it. Although this one is the best fitting. Yeah. So this is all from me for today. I haven't been out much because of being sick, and also it has been snowing here during the last week, and it just only now started to thaw a little. So nothing too exciting, but I would still like to show you how I've made, or how I make, some Irish soda bread and some soup, which I did a week ago, I think it was. And since I am a subscriber to Epidemic Sound, I am adding all kind of different music to it, and I'm enjoying it. I still wonder if it's worthwhile to buy a subscription every month, but for now I will keep the music coming, and I hope it will give you joy. Also, as a warning, I'm not a great cook or baker. I just enjoy making it now and then. And this is not fancy cooking, this is homemade cooking. And I do recommend the recipe for the Irish soda bread. It's very easy, and don't get yourself irritated by the stickiness of the dough. You really don't have to knead it into a round shape. You just mix it so that everything is mixed, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you whack it onto your baking tray, and you kind of make it, shape it into some kind of bread form shape, and that's it. So let me add this right at the end. But before I say goodbye, I would also like to recommend to you a new channel, or new to me channel, which is the Albanach Knitter. This is a knitting podcast run by, I want to say it's Andrew. I think it's Andrew. He's coming from the Isle of Arran up in Scotland, and I really enjoy his mixture of knitting and family history and history of Aran Islands clearances. And this is only his second podcast now, within a range of 1 or 2 weeks. So there's a 1 week in between, and I hope that he will keep it up, and he is going to show us around the island and share lots of his knitting. And last but not least, there will be the Zoom meeting of the Crochet Clan tonight and tomorrow morning, so I hope you will join us there. This is not my Zoom meeting. This is run by Faye, who is Faye-Hughes. She is a crochet designer and a general lovely soul, and yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting the Crochet Clan, to Trina and to Roxanne and all the others. I've missed you. We didn't have a chance to meet in December, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you all there. And well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed my disorganized rambling, and I will see you soon again. Bye! Today I'm going to make a fruity butternut soup.
stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. What we're all will turn right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever.